Everybody has a plan until they get popped in the face, right? And what I like to say is everybody gets popped in the face until they have a plan. I like to reverse that, right?
No hesitation. Tune in, yo. Acez motivation. It's all about your will. When your enemy is weak, go for the kill.
I want to talk today about monthly planning. It's going to be very important this year specifically to have a plan of action every single day when you walk in. And I know like a lot of people are thinking like, yeah, monthly planning, weekly planning sounds cliche. We know how that works. But how many people actually make a strategy, a tactic, execute on it, reevaluate it, switch it to next week, switch it to next month, find out it by 6 months or the first quarter, what works, what doesn't, what am I going to change for the second quarter? Like that's the way a plan should be, right? It should be reevaluated over and over again. At Rocket, every single month we had to make a monthly plan. Every single week we made a weekly plan, right? We got to see 200 leaders' plans. We got to compare and contrast between plans. Which one's the best? Which one works? Right now at Rocket, I'm consulting leaders. And they asked me, how are you going to do consulting for 1,000 leaders across 20 companies? I said, by controlling their weekly plan. If I know what's inside your weekly plan and I know you're executing on your weekly plan, therefore I'm living inside of your days with you because I'm helping you execute on the tasks that are important. So we all heard the quote by Mike Tyson, everybody has a plan until they get popped in the face, right? And what I like to say is everybody gets popped in the face until they have a plan. I like to reverse that, right? Because inside of your plan, if you actually expect to get hit in the face, therefore the hits won't count and you will keep going. So what does that mean exactly? Well, let's think about it. 50% of new businesses fail. Does somebody want to come off mute and tell me why they think 50% of brand new business concepts fail? Startups, new businesses, mom and pop shops.
Because there's no plan.
Because there's no plan. 90% of franchise businesses succeed. If you open up a McDonald's, Bobby, you got a 90% chance of success. And McDonald's even approves your location. So guess what? You're not going to have a shitty location because they don't allow you to have a shitty location, right? There's a reason why it doesn't matter if I'm eating McDonald's in Dominican Republic or I'm eating McDonald's in Detroit or I'm eating McDonald's in California. The food for the most part is the same. The process is the same. The uniforms are the same. The real question is, who reevaluates their plan, who adjusts their plan, and who perfects their plan. I think that's the most important piece to the puzzle. People get mad when they don't accomplish their goals. Like if you put you're going to lose 30 pounds this year and it's halfway through the year and you lost 1 pound, then hey, maybe you need to reevaluate that goal and switch it to 5 pounds. Be more realistic about it, right? Like whatever you have to do. But if you keep it at 30 pounds, you look at it every day, then what's the point of having it? I know this could be done. I know it could be done very effectively because I run an academy. I originate clients. I'm a father. I'm a husband. And I still make time for leisure and I still have time for traveling because I just master the calendar and I have the schedule be my manager, right? So it manages me. I don't need a coach because the schedule is my coach. And inside of it, I have self-development, which will help me in my coaching as well. Then you get even more specific, you know, like show me somebody on this phone call that literally has arsenal for days. Like when you wake up in the morning and you set up your desk, you literally have the first text for a credit trigger is going to be, hey, John, happy new year. Hopefully you're having a great start to your year. Look, I'm not going to waste any of your time this year. We're approaching a recession. I got a better deal for you. What were you offered? And I'll send you what I could do. Then my second text for a credit trigger is going to be, hey, name, did you get my last text? I promise I'm not trying to waste your time. I got a 4.99 available on the 30-year, question mark. Then my third text is going to be, hey, I stayed in the office late to catch you after work. Are you free now? Or would tomorrow morning work, you know? And my fourth one's going to be, hey, do I have the right person? And that's credit triggers. Then I go to my lower my bills leads. And my first text is like, hey, you were flagged that lower my bills to save a bunch of money every single month. What time could you talk? And my second text is this. And my third text is this. Then I go to my third text play for my follow-up. And it's custom for every single client. And I pre-make it throughout the day. And then I make an email for every certain type of lead that I have. And I have a voicemail for every single type of lead that I have. And then take it even further on the phone. I have an introduction for each kind of lead I have. And I build a relationship differently with a client that has an 800 credit score and a client that has a 600 credit score. But I have that mapped out as well. And I present the loan differently for these clients as well. So like, that's the kind of player I want on my team. I want somebody that comes in the morning and like, if I come to your desk, any one of you guys in the morning, and I see like 10 pieces of paper or even sticky notes, or even Microsoft Word documents on your thing with all these plays, I'll say this person's madman, but they're probably successful at what they're doing. Because anybody with that level of preparation is going to be successful, right? The days of winging it are over, right? Those are the low interest rate days. So I would say, even for your planning, I would plan my scripting. How long would it take you to make 10, 20 scripts? Probably an hour. What if you spent the hour before every single month making your scripts for every single play you have? For you guys at Westcap, I mean, I know some people from Al Bennett's team. I think Derek, you're on Al Bennett's team, right? Yeah, Derek wins everything. At least last year he did.
Yes,
I
I
got
am.
the right Derek. You're the Derek that won everything last year, right?
Most of everything, yeah.
Yeah. Did you guys do planning today in your kickoff?
We actually talked about the letter thing in the kickoff today.
Cool. So like this is a monthly plan template that, you know, Ashley made that Al's going to be using. Let me show you guys. So like for the month, what days are you planning to work? What times in those days are you planning to work, right? And then you should write down like your goal on the right side, on the left side, how much you have. What are you pacing for every single day? Just filling this out every single day, checking it off, give you a sense of accomplishment. If your monthly goal for January is 20 deals, 10 deals, 15 deals, then you should break it down. If it's 20, it should be 5 a week and 1 a day, right? 5 days a week. And you should reevaluate it. If by week 1 you have 1 deal and your goal is 20, then you should scratch it off and say, you know what, I'm going to try to hit 12. And then you keep going week 2, week 3, but you reevaluate every single week. What is your marketing sources? How are you branding yourself? What is your script for the leads? What is your plays of the day for texting and messaging? And like we have a 5-page paper that we fill out to really plan for our month the right way, you know? And for my brokers on the call, you know, there's a little bit of fear like, yo, do you really want to have brokers fill out a schedule and a monthly plan when they're independent? Like, it's not even about being independent or being a broker. It's about being a smart business person at the end of the day. Like, show me a successful broker that doesn't plan his week, plan his month, and have a plan of attack, then I'll show you an unsuccessful broker. Show me a business person that doesn't have a plan of attack, then I'll show you an unsuccessful business person. Show me a UFC fighter that goes into the octagon without watching his opponent's game films over and over again and practicing towards his opponent. I'll show you an unsuccessful UFC fighter. So I think this stuff applies in all avenues. And I think the plan is extremely important. So then you plan for your lead flow. What kind of plays are you going to have? Text, emails, voicemails. Could you really plan it that in depth? And then this is important, right? Like, it's one thing to say like, yeah, I want to travel. Yeah, I want to do this. But when you book that shit in advance, you know, when I got people coming over my house in an hour tonight, bringing some good whiskey, we're going to play some billiards, $100 a game. We're going to have a good time. Like, I look forward to Wednesday nights. That's my billiards night. I know that at January 15th, I'm going to be going to Grand Caymans for the JFCC closing trip at Rocket, top closer for the year. I'm looking forward to that trip, right? I know that every single Sunday I have family breakfast at my house or at my family's house. Like, that's something that's a hack for me because family is important. So I don't only talk to you guys about business. I think that you should plan for your passion, your family and friends, you know? And I told you guys I do life coaching, and there was somebody that wasn't happy in their life at all. And all we simply did is I said, hey, like, what things would make you happy? Then I said on Sunday, we're going to do those things. You're going to sign up for a cooking class, pay for it right now. You're going to call your friends, set up a dinner right now. You're going to call your family, set up that event right now. You want to go to Florida? Go online. We're going to book that right now. And like, that changed her completely because now she has things to look forward to throughout the week and throughout the month. She doesn't got to think about, oh, I'm only working and things are boring. Like, no, I'm working, but I'm hanging out tonight with my friends. Oh, I'm working so much I haven't seen my family. No, I'm working hard. I'm seeing my family Sunday for breakfast. Oh, it's all work, work, work. I haven't even got it. No, I'm working hard. I'm going on a 1-week vacation next month. I'm going to enjoy the fruits of my labor. So I think it's important to always have a reward at the end of your tunnel and to force the reward into your week, right? Because that makes me work hard. I didn't take a lot of smoke breaks today. I didn't have to take a break from work today. I didn't take a lunch today because I'm like, I'm going to be chilling tonight. I got a good night coming, right? I'm probably going to work 12, 14 hours a day all the way up to January 15th because I got a vacation. So I'm going to make up those times for myself because I know what's coming. So I asked you, do you force time with your family, friends, your passion, and your leisure? Is that planned in your schedule? Because even relaxation should be planned sometimes. And no, I'm not a machine. There's days I have once every 2 weeks or once a week or once a month where there's no plan at all. And I just free flow all day. And that's important too. So I'll share that template with you guys. If you guys want, send me an email and I'll send it out to you. If you guys want to start filling that template out, it's about 5 pages and it just goes through the most important things to have in your plan. But I thought it's important to speak about because I swear, I think like just having a good plan for the month is like 50% of the work because then it's just like executing on the plan. And the last step of it is just reevaluating and changing things as you go. You know, one thing that I didn't talk about that I think is very important that I should probably add to the presentation. I got a question in the chat for, hey, Alex, do you have those Q-Tex for credit triggers? Yes, I do. I could send them to you. Maria says she never does rewards, right? That could be stressful to never give yourself a reward, because then it's like you're just working and there's nothing there, right? Why does the mouse run on the wheel? For the cheese, right? There's always cheese at the end of the wheel. So I think that's very important because it does something to you subconsciously, you know? Subconsciously, if I look at the Grand Caymans and I print out a picture of that island, every single day I'm like, bro, why am I stressed? I'm about to be there in 10 days. Why am I stressed? I'm about to be there next month. Why am I stressed? I'm going to be with my family. But one important thing that it does, again, to relieve stress, it's crazy. People that know me will tell you, when I leave this desk, I don't think about work. Why? Because everything's inside of the planner and everything's inside of my plan. So if I have a plan, I'm not going to get off work and say, oh shit, you guys ever see those brokers or those bankers that be like, oh man, did I call that client back? Oh no.
Done, Mike. You got it.
Did I call all my hot clients? Oh
Okay.
man, did I forget that appointment? So you always see people that are like that because they don't have a plan of action or a place to keep notes down or what's going on. You see, as soon as everything's crossed off my list for the day, my job is done. I walk away and my next day is planned, which is Thursday. And the day after that, guess what? Plan, which is Friday. And the day after that, which is Saturday and Sunday, plan. I don't think about shit till Sunday. And on Sunday, I write my next 7 days out according to my monthly plan. And that's like, I don't got to think about the week. I'm like, come in here, look at it. This is what I got to do. Boom, boom, boom. There's no emotion involved in the process. If I'm at 0 on the 15th of the month or I'm at 50 loans on the 15th of the month, I'm going to operate the same exact way. So I think also having a plan of action and keeping good notes keeps you on your toes and gets the stress out of your head. Because look, if you're leaving your phone every single day and you're still constantly thinking about work and where you're at and the commission and this and that, that's also not a good life to lead. You want to be fully active and fully aware wherever you are in your life. If you're with your family, be with your family. If you're watching Netflix, watch Netflix. If you're working out, work out, right? So I think the plan helps with that as well.